We're outside for today's channel update. Why? Because I locked my keys in the house. I was going inside. Actually, no, we was gonna do it outside anyway. I'm lying. We was gonna do it outside anyway. But I wasn't gonna be standing up. I was gonna be in a chair. But I locked my keys inside, so we doing it outside. You feel me? Alright, so this week's channel update is gonna be kind of quick. Why? Because there isn't much to update. We gained one new subscriber, and that came today. Yay! And it came from a short. So what does that tell me? Shorts is what is getting us subscribers. And I'm not resisting the fact that shorts is what's getting us subscribers. I'm just trying to do something different to grow the channel, and but it's all good. It is all good. So, one of the things, now that we got the channel update out the way, and why does it look like my lips are chapped? They're not, but it looks like they are. One of the things I want to talk about today is, you like my shirt? It's fed up. I'm fed up. And I've had this shirt for about, I think I've had this shirt for about 7 years. And I bought it from a secondhand store for like $5, but I literally have had this shirt for like 7 years. It's one of my favorite shirts, actually. Every once in a while, I like to pull it out and say, better, yeah, better. But anyway, I do believe that's what it's going to take. So, one of the comments we got on the last video, well, not one of the only comment, I'm not even gonna lie, it does look like my lips are chapped. I know they're not chapped. Anyway, the comment that we got on the last video was that it's gonna be hard to grow this channel because nobody cares about short men. And I was like, man, nobody cares about short men? That's not true, because I care about short men. And I think that there's a problem with that perception, right? If we think that nobody cares about us, then we can use that as an excuse for us not to care about us. And that's something that we can't do. We cannot use the fact that we may feel like nobody cares about short men as an excuse for us not to care about us. We have to care about us, because if we don't care about us, who will? And when we think other people don't care about us, we can use that as also as an excuse to be like, forget other people. But there's another word that goes there instead of forget. Starts with an F too. But we aren't going to do that, because that's just, once again, another excuse to be negative, to live in this world of woe is us. We're not living in the world of woe is us, because we are kings. We are bosses. We are people who get things done. And so we got to stop this feeling sorry for ourselves and believing that nobody cares about us. There's plenty of people that care about us. We just haven't necessarily found our groove, our niche, our people, whatever the case may be. But we will. And that's why I feel like going through what I got to go through to get this short man nation where it needs to be is going to be worth it. Because it's actually rewarding to know that not a lot of people are in this space. Why? Because that means we gonna stand out like a sore thumb, baby. We gonna stand out like a sore thumb, because nobody's in this space, because they don't understand how valuable we are. So if someone does understand how valuable we are, a la carte me, then it's going to help me do things with this channel and its brand that probably wouldn't be done with the limited resources that we have available right now if 50 million people cared. So it is a good thing that not everybody sees value yet in this community. And by the time they do, it will be too late, baby. Too late. All right? So don't worry about that, because I'm not worried about that. And I don't want you to worry about that. We got this. Now, I do need your help. In the last video, I talked about how I have the infrastructure built for our messaging community. And I have two dilemmas. One, I don't want to spend all day in there. So, like, because I won't get nothing else done during the day if I have to spend all day in there. So, I don't want to do that. So, I kind of came up with some ideas around that. Um, and I decided while we're still in this infancy stage, I need to find a co-founder to do this, just in general. But that's not gonna stop me from releasing the community or anything like that. But I'm just saying in general, I am gonna be looking for a co-founder because I believe in this. So if I believe in this, I need to team up with somebody else who also believes in this. But I was thinking about something. How do I make sure that only short men get in this community? Because what I've seen online is, especially in some of them groups like on Reddit, there'll be tall dudes in there trolling short dudes, like that. To me, that's dumb, right? So how do I create this community where actually only short men get in, and so that way we can foster this positive environment that we're trying to foster a positive environment, a growth environment, an encouraging environment without all the extra trolling that comes into this. I mean, that people do sometimes online, or a lot of times online. So how do we do that? I do not have the answer yet. I've thought about making people send a picture of their ID, but not their full ID, just like, you know, where it shows their name and then their height, because everybody has to put their height and their name on their ID. I was thinking like maybe I could do that, but I don't really know how to do that. So I don't know. Maybe people could take a picture of their ID and then cross out those things, but that seems like a manual process that I would have to go through and look at everybody's ID and then approve them. I don't want to do that either. So, I mean, I don't want to do it manually. But maybe if you guys know a way that I could do this without it being a manual process, but something like that that would, make sure that we only get people in the community that are short. Like, don't that seem like it would be cool? Right? That would be cool. Just to get people in it that apply, that only apply to the group that we're going after. Like, how do we do that? So that's one of my things that I'm pondering. And if you have an idea, I would love to hear it. Yes, that is my thought. That is my thought about that. So either way, I have to launch this. I have to give you guys the links this week for this community. I just, I don't know. Maybe I'll just put it out there, and then, if it starts to be a problem, like we get people in the community and it just seems like we're getting some trolling, then I could just block those people until I can figure out a way to just like pre-qualify people. I don't know. Just thinking out loud. I don't really have the answer, but we're gonna figure it out, right? All right, cool. So the next order of business is I want you guys to think about words. Words, words, words. I'm not going to do a whole video on words, but really quickly, I want you to understand that words really determine your physical state and your emotional state. One word. So just think about this. If I called you right now a Jack, you know the rest of that. If I just walked up to you and called you right now a Jack, you would be like, instantly in your emotional state, you would be like pissed off. And then your body you become tense, like you're ready to throw them things. You square up on me, like I mean you would just you be your body would tense up and you'd be ready to do that. You know, do whatever it is you do. You know, whatever that is, right? You would be ready. And those were just words, right? Those were words. Words that were said to you caused an emotional and a physical response. Your fight or flight kicked in. You were ready to, you know, do whatever you know how to do. Pull out my throat, whatever you were ready to do in that moment because I called your name. So just think about that. Think about how powerful words are. If that was just an example of how we use them, right? So think about how you use words with yourself. So if you're constantly telling yourself that, oh, because I'm short, I'll never, you know, nobody's gonna like me, nobody cares about me. Just think about how that response feels in your body. That is a, you know, that's a, I see a lot of, and this, I see this a lot. Short men walking like this with their heads down. You know, that is a sign that you're not carrying yourself like you believe in yourself and that you're talking to yourself like you matter. When I see that, I can instantly tell that the dialogue within you says that you don't feel you have value and you don't feel you have worth. That's what that dialogue says to me. And you don't feel like you're seen, whatever the case may be. That's what that dialogue says to me. But if you're walking around and you feel like, man, you are the man, it's a different type of walk. You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of talk. It's a different type of everything. All right. And I'm gonna do a video on this. I gotta go. Get out. My ride's here to go get my keys. So on that note, I'm gonna end this and y'all be safe. And I believe in you, short men. You are enough. And believe in yourself. And we gonna blow this thing up, baby. All right, peace.